sign in the corner saying we're live in a minute, hopefully. Yeah, there it is. Okay, hi there, everybody. Welcome to the week 5 summary video. So I have another special guest this week. I've been joined by Max, all the way from Germany. So welcome, Max. Would you like to just introduce yourself and say a few words?
Yes, sure. Hi, first of all, it's cool to have the opportunity to speak to all of you. And yeah, greetings from rainy Munich. It's raining for 3 days straight now. And yeah, it's kind of a bit of a hassle, but getting through it, and tomorrow will be better. And yeah, to introduce myself, I already mentioned some of the stuff in the course forum at the start of the module, that I had a smoothie bar with a colleague and a friend of mine in Munich here. And what we did was we put great emphasis on digitalizing our whole marketing strategy. We had a really strong social media marketing and digital marketing campaign, which really helped us to gain this competitive advantage towards other smoothie and juice bars and healthy eating spots here in Munich, which have to be occurred to be a couple of them here now. And after that, I joined a consultancy as a social media and digital marketing manager, because this was the field I wanted to develop further into. And we had a project where we connected over 300 Facebook sites of our clients' businesses to one social media marketing platform, which gave me a new perspective of this whole social media marketing area. And now last week, the first good news was that we got a new contract from our client in the consultancy, which was the first good news. But the other good news was that I got offered a new job as a social media marketing manager, and at a dairy factory, but it's the biggest organic dairy factory here in Germany, and it's near Munich. It's 50 kilometers south of Munich, and I'm really looking forward to that. And the course by now really helped me to gain knowledge which I can implement then into the job, and I'm really looking forward to do this.
Great. So congratulations for that. Well done. Okay, so we'll come back to you in a moment. I've just got a few summary points from last week that I've written down to go through, and some housekeeping items. So I'll just go through those briefly. So first of all, you should now have got your feedback on the first blog post, and now the whole cycle repeats once again. So at the end of next week, end of week 6, there'll be another post and then another series of comments, exactly the same as we've just gone through. Now, one or two of you have asked me about comments, and I've replied and said that they really should be kept as a link. So any comment you make on someone's blog, keep the link to that comment, and you'll need that for your final blog post at the end of the module, because that's where we look at the value you've hopefully obtained from going through reading and commenting on the work of others. So that's where you'll need those links. So you won't actually get marked on your comments until the end. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify that. And a few other points from the week. First of all, there was an exercise at the beginning of the week. I just lost my notes. Where are they? Yeah, about asking you to choose a social network and write some data about it in a creative way. And when I looked earlier, there were 10 different social networks listed there with all sorts of really useful information. So that's a really good resource, I think, for you to take forward. So thank you for all those contributions. There are also a number of interesting examples of adverts that told stories, and how those resonated with you. So thanks again for sharing those. That was the next exercise. And what else have I got on my list here? Oh yes, are social media communities real? This generated some interesting debates, with some of you saying yes they are, others saying no they're not. And I think from my point of view, they really need to stimulate a real world action if they're truly real. I think that's the critical thing for me. And I've written some notes about that, which I'll post up afterwards as well. So yeah, what else have I got here? Final point. the gift gaff example, a lot of you commented on how you liked that one. I think it's a really interesting model, and it's a pity that more companies haven't followed suit. I think Anya, you noted that it was about fear of losing control, and I'm sure you're right there. It's a real pity that others haven't copied that model. Okay. Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to say, that was, as we're getting towards the end of the course now, you've got more and more opportunities to make connections between the different topics that we've covered and the discussions that you've had. And there was one particular example I felt this week that worked really well, and that was a conversation between Max here and Stephen about combining the digital visitors and residents model with the ladder of engagement, and what we could learn from doing that. So any opportunities like that, I think, would be good to explore. Okay, that's me done. I'll shut up. I'll just hand back to Max now. Is there anything else you wanted to note or comment on based on last week, Max?
Well, maybe first of all, I really enjoy the discussions in the discussion forums. It's really cool to have this argument developed through different stages and different minds like participating in this one discussion. And what really caught my interest, maybe due to the fact that I got offered the new job as a social media marketing manager, were the two papers. The one was assessing the value of social media for organizations, which was, I think, yours. And the other paper was consumer activity in social media, I guess. And those two combined, like, they really portrayed really good how complex this whole issue of community building and understanding your user is, and that it's not only posting beautiful pictures of handbags or something like this to engage your community, so that it takes a bit more effort, and what will be the ultimate goal for a social media marketing manager, I guess, is to like stimulate this 90% that are only lurking, maybe to engage with your content. And this is the one thing that will have priority number one, and this will be really hard, I guess.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I mean, I feel I could engage more with you on this course because some of you are a lot quieter than others. So yeah, it is difficult, but also I think the more successful you are in building community, then the more work it generates, and possibly the more conflicts are likely to happen. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword, I think. And I think the world would be total chaos if everybody in a community all was shouting at the same time. So yeah, I guess it's getting that balance right. Anyway, okay, I think we've probably gone on long enough, given I've got to write all this up in a minute. So thank you very much, Max, for joining us. I'm going to hit stop on the video, but I won't cut you off just yet. But I'll end the video now so we can say cheerio, and thanks again for joining us. Okay.